Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Hello, hi everyone. I hope you are in the pink of health. My presentation today is going to focus on visioning and goal setting process and the problems encountered along the way, along the way of visioning and goal setting process. So at the very beginning, we need to strip away or remove the blinders created by old values, the old cultures that we have earlier, the attitudes, the norms, the the beliefs that that we have that resist the change, and the formal rules that regulate and inhibit the change, the rigidity to build into the structure of the hierarchy, and the roles. What else? The comfort of past experience, when we are in our comfort zone, when we are too comfortable doing what we did earlier, in the present, there's no room for future growth. So we need to remove these blinders, in order for us to do this visioning and the goal setting process. Therefore, there are 5 steps for facilitating this process, the process of visioning and goal setting. First is, you need to provide training. Alright, first thing first, you need to provide training on the characteristics and components of the of a vision. So the organization needs to provide this training, on the characteristics of a powerful vision. If you still remember, the components of this powerful vision. So the purpose of the training. What is the purpose of training? Usually the purpose is to have to have an idea, to have a specific, unique, future oriented, and especially customer focused, by integrating, if you still remember what we have learned earlier, by integrating the process, the people and technology vision, with expected outcomes. So that is the first thing that we need to do, the first step. Second is, the organization should develop the vision, for the business re-engineering project. We need to develop the vision for the business re-engineering project. So we need to begin by conducting a brainstorming session. Alright, so brainstorming session is very important in order to generate many ideas, as many ideas as possible. Alright, by asking, what do you see? What do you see as the vision? What does the employee see as the vision and values for this re-engineering effort? So we need to brainstorm. Does it related to cost reduction? So cost reduction is one of the focus of business re-engineering. The time reduction, the speed, or output quality improvement, the output that we want to focus on. Usually it is a combination. So people support that they create, usually, and will accept responsibility more easily, if their ideas are being highlighted. This is normal. If your ideas are being highlighted in the organization, especially for a specific project, you will be enthusiastic to do it. Even it was but even it is a bad idea, the employee should be rewarded or praised, because they provide you with ideas. Sometimes bad ideas may become a good ideas, if we look into the ideas in depth. Third is using meetings. Put them on agenda. Alright, or any facilitated workshop sessions, the brainstorming of ideas just now, focus groups, or any written feedback through email, through website. Alright, gather reactions and comments on these ideas, on the ideas that we have brainstormed earlier. suggested changes that from the employees, any additions or deletions to the vision, from all those affected, by vision. So that is very important through meetings. You may try the consensus, try consensus method for group goal formation. This is very important. And be flexible in allowing your visions or goals to change, to meet your new circumstances. All right, so that is the third step. The fourth step is include the stakeholders, right? Include the stakeholders of the organization. The executives, both internal and external customers, the suppliers of the organization, and you need to keep a record of goals. All right, keep the record of goals and encourage the group to periodically evaluate its progress. All right, include them in the decision making. All right, evaluate the progress in relation to those goals. So this is very important. So you have to incorporate these changes in the vision and communicate the revised vision to the employees in the organization. Put them in newsletters, for example, or email it to the employees in the organization. Send the materials through email, broadcast using the website, for example. If there are additional comments or feedback, revise the vision until there is a solid and absolute the wholehearted agreement, all right, from the employees in the organization, from everyone in the organization. So that is the most important thing. All right, so you have to include everyone and communicate the information. Then fourth, you need to provide training on goal setting. All right, training is very important in the organization. You have to invest on training. And the measurements. All right, measurements is also important to clearly communicate the anticipated outcomes. What do you want from the employees? What do you want the employees to do? When to do it? How to do it? All right, so that's very important. Okay, and then finally, the fifth step is in the training, you need to identify the business products and services of the re-engineered operation. All right, in the training itself, the changes or any upgrades that you want to do, that you have made earlier, to the products or services. So that is very important. Use the brainstorming session that you have conducted earlier, that you have mentioned earlier, to generate ideas. All right, generate ideas from everyone, generate ideas and commitment from the employees in the organization. And second thing is you need to develop measures. All right, you have the ideas, you should have the measures for assessing the quality of products and services. All right, measurement is very important. If you do not know if it is an incorrect measurement, it will be a failure. So the measures should be customer focused. That is the most important thing. It is quantifiable. Here you can measure what it is supposed to measure and include the targets or standards. All right, so it should measure what it should measure, and measure what you should measure. All right, but there are problems encountered along the way of visioning and goal setting process. All right, many problems that were faced in these processes. We have vision idolatry, we have tunnel vision. We have habitual thinking and practical thinking. So what are these? Okay, for vision idolatry, most of the time, people believe in the vision and goals, that they created as they feel a strong sense of ownership. Okay, as you are the one who create that idea, so you have that strong of ownership of that idea. Okay, so you will feel extra excited. Okay, you will give full commitment, full blast to the vision and goals. Okay, then it turns into the rigid adherence of the vision. Okay, you have that strong addition, all right, cohesion to that new set of rules, because you are creating the vision. Okay, instead of being an ideal vision, the perfect vision for the organization, for the business re-engineering, it may becomes an idol to be worshipped. All right, because you are too fanatic of that vision. Okay, the group or the individuals need to devote themselves to this vision, because you ask for it. Okay, they admire the vision so much. You are the one who created the vision, or the team created the vision. You admire the vision so much. I can give you an example of the top management, or the leaders in the organization, or in the country, the CEO, the CFO, the COO, or the ministers themselves. If they come out with a new vision, usually usually these leaders, they will change the current vision. Okay, if you can relate, and they change the new vision, change it to new vision. If they are given the position in the organization, or they are holding the reins of the government, so they will change current vision to their new vision. All right, they will be very enthusiastic and very fanatic about their vision. All right, no one can change it. And as the employees, we need to follow. Okay, we need to follow the vision of that current leader and fulfill the vision, all right, through accomplishing the goals, the mission that has been stated earlier. All right, so that is what we call as vision idolatry. Okay, so in order to avoid this type of leaders or group teams in the organization, this vision idolatry, we have 4 ways that we can do to avoid this kind of problems. All right, first, what do you need to do is you need to present vision building and goal setting as processes, not events. All right, not event. It is as processes, not events, since the processes need improvement from time to time, so we need to change. Okay, it is based on the needs of the especially the external customers, the internal customers, the suppliers, the employees in the organization. Second, you need to involve as many people as possible. Okay, the stakeholders of the organization, the internal, external customers, the suppliers. What else? Who else? The executives in the organization. All right, could be the community, right? The board of director, all right, in drafting and revisioning process. Okay, during the brainstorming sessions, right? So include them. Okay, include as many people as possible. Okay, in this brainstorming session, to generate as many ideas as possible. Okay, the third way is establish a means or tools for gathering these suggestions, the ideas from the stakeholders, from the organization, to improve okay, to improve or change the vision and goals. All right, so you have to have that tools. That means in order for you to collect the suggestions, the ideas. Okay, it can be through whatever that I have mentioned earlier, through meetings, through facilitated workshop sessions, through written feedback, okay, through focus group, survey. You can do it through survey, through email, WhatsApp, Telegram that we have now, through website. You can comment on website, for example. And the last way is to periodically review and revise the vision and goals, all right, in the light of the changing environment. Okay, so we need to review, okay, and review the suggested changes until there is a consensus, until there is a full agreement of everyone in the organization. Okay, so that's how we the ways that's the 4 ways on how to control, to curb this problem. Second problem is the tunnel vision. Tunnel is very narrow. It's something to do with our mindset. All right, you have a very narrow mindset. Sometimes the managers, they think and operate linearly. Okay, one thing at a time. You are very narrow-minded. You just focus on one thing at a time, or get so involved in a project or problem that you will neglect to see what's going on around you. All right, you are you focus yourself to only one thing. Okay, this wall, okay, of these tunnels are permanent for these tunnel vision leaders. Okay, and it is inaccessible. You can't go through this wall. Okay, you this kind of leader, they will see what's in front of them, okay, not what you need to see. Okay, what you want to see only, rather than what you need to see. Okay, or they go into this crisis mode and focus only on one problem until it is fixed. So they are just focusing on one thing at a time. Okay, so this tunnel vision, it narrows your mind, okay, and therefore business reengineering goals suffer from this narrow perspective, narrow-minded leaders or narrow-minded team members. Okay, for example, if let's say you would say to yourself, okay, I don't have all the resources I need to do this project. So you limit your mindset, actually. Okay, what you set on your mind. Okay, or I can't keep the pace with my colleagues. They are more creative than I am. Yes, so you are being narrow-minded, all right, in which, okay, it will affect the visioning and goal setting process. Okay, so to vision is to see beyond that tunnel. All right, you have to think outside the box. All right, you can't think only on one personal thing. All right, one thing only. To get out of this vision trap, okay, you should be able to, as a leader, you should be able to use your imagination. Right, use your imagination. Okay, you have to think out of the box, think something different. Okay, make a conscious effort to calm down, right, listen to everyone in the organization, listen to the expertise, force yourself to scan the environment first. You need to scan the environment. What do you need to do, rather than what you want to do? Okay, what am I missing? Put yourself in a place where you can see the whole action. Right, ask WH questions to help you to vision, to imagine what you need to do, not what you want to do. Okay, and then second is you need to envision at least 2 and 5 years into the future. All right, envision. All right, even more is possible. All right, pose big goals. Okay, where you can't ignore them. Okay, maybe you can place it on your whiteboard, a very giant whiteboard. And let's say, all right, so you can see the vision every day. All right, and then third, you need to be proactive, not reactive. Yeah, in this leadership approach, yeah, be proactive, keep yourself accountable, yeah, responsible for the projects, or help other to help have others to help you. Okay, delegate tasks. All right, you need to delegate tasks. The fourth is consider all points of view. Okay, from all members in the organization, from the stakeholders in the organization, okay, or the project team. All right, okay, everyone in the organization. Okay, please do not reject ideas too quick, too fast. All right, do not reject ideas. Listen to the ideas and then analyze. Okay, recall all important information and utilize it when needed. Okay, the information that you have earlier in the brainstorming session. And 5, okay, set aside biases and assumptions on visioning and goal setting process. The old norms, the beliefs, the values, all those in the comfort zone. All right, the third problems encountered is the habitual thinking. Yeah? This is a serious barrier in the organization in re-engineering, the habitual thinking. It can be psychologically difficult to change, okay, or replaced an established mapping. Okay, habitual thinking, what you have earlier, it's just like the culture, the history, the experience, the beliefs, the norms, the mores all come together, okay, to create to create thought patterns, all right, that seem to work. This habitual thinking is very a serious barriers in the organization in re-engineering. Okay, information which does not fit existing culture. If let's say a new information that being delivered, it does not fit the cultures, the beliefs of the current employees, which can be classed as disruptive. Okay, it will face problem. All right, no one will recognize, for example, the changes. All right, okay, so it's very important for us to control this habitual thinking, actually, to overcome the habitual thinking. All right, so business re-engineering must be given the opportunities to what, how to overcome, to explore the effects of this habitual thinking, of their biases, of their assumptions, of their views. All right, so you need to tell them what is the worst thing to happen, okay, if they don't support changes, if they don't want to change. Okay, so provide them with that situation. Second, you have to practice trying on these new ways of thinking. Okay, you may ask questions that you do not know the answer, okay, so that you can create a new pathways. Third, what you have to do is build multiple scenarios. Okay, build multiple scenario situation of the future. What will they get if they support the changes? What are the outcomes of the successful change if they join the changes? All right, if they put themselves into the changes. All right, and then fourth, reframe the business environment. Reframe the business environment. Reframe the business improvement opportunity in a variety of contexts. Okay, let's say you will get bonuses, okay, as the outcome of the profit gain of the changes. Okay, you will get promoted, for example. The business will expand. It will give growth to the organization. Fifth, okay, experience and relish or enjoy the ambiguity of that changes. Okay, as innovation comes from new ways of seeing and new ways of being. Right, so learn to see the different. Okay, the ambiguity, learn to be different. Okay, and you will discover the different. All right, so you have to enjoy, you have to relish the changes and the ambiguity of the changes. Okay, 6, shift and change the perspectives on time. Okay, be at the right place, okay, at the right time. Okay, so that are the 6 ways on how to avoid this, how to overcome the habitual thinking. And the last problems faced is the practical thinking or pragmatic thinking, realistic thinking, matter of fact thinking. Yeah, they have that fact actually, but this is very dangerous to the re-engineering. Yeah, it can be considered as a good idea with bad views, with bad ideas. Yeah, you want to change your environment to fit your idea, to fit you. Yeah, so that you are able to pursue a goal. All right, so this practical thinking, okay, the practical sense is sometimes to refer to as street smarts. Yeah, they are very smart actually. The ideas is very smart. It is logic. Yeah, they have that common sense, but it is dangerous to the re-engineering in the organization. It is one of the most cunning, the most sly, seductive enemies of business re-engineering. You have that point. Okay, you have that point, but it is not good for re-engineering. Yeah, for example, let me give you an example. We need to get the results quickly. Kita tak nak, we don't want that a very long duration, for example, or this is going to cost too much. You cakap macam tu. You said like that to the team. So these sentences, this statement can kill a project before it starts. So it's very dangerous. You have the ideas, you have the points, but then it is very dangerous to the re-engineering. All right. So to shift people, even temporary, away from the near-term reality, the business re-engineering facilitator, you can use a number of tactics for this practical thinking people. All right, first what you need to do is map the group's orientation toward practical thinking. Map them. Okay, and use this as a way to recognize biases. Okay, use this mapping as a way to recognize biases during the re-engineering sessions. All right, so provide them with the problems that they will encounter if they proceed with these ideas. Or second, use the beer game or a similar exercise to build awareness of the consequences, of the ideas, of the practical, of the pragmatic, of this realistic thinking. They are being realistic actually. They have that common sense, but it's very dangerous. So what is this beer game? Game, you can just Google what is beer game all about. It is actually distribution game used to experience the typical coordination problem of supply chain process. So it is about processes. And they have the role play. I just actually I do not know the game, but then through reading, it is actually a role play simulation. They might have only one player,